right? Specifically, GST registration. It just sounds complicated. Well, what if I told you that you can get your official GST number in just 15 days, and you can do it all yourself? Stick around, because that's exactly what we're going to break down.
15 days? I can almost hear you thinking it. Really? With all the government red tape, is that even possible? It's a totally fair question. And you know what? We're about to find out exactly how it's not just possible, but doable. Yup, it is absolutely possible. Think of this as your personal roadmap. We're going to walk through a really simple step-by-step process that puts you in the driver's seat. You can handle this yourself and save a little time and money while you're at it.
Okay, but before we dive into the how, let's tackle the biggest question first. Do you even need to register for GST? Let's take a quick look at the mandatory requirements to see if this is something you have to do right now.
So when does this become a must-do? Well, there are a few key triggers. If your annual turnover crosses that 20 lakh rupee mark, or 10 lakhs if you're in one of the special category states, then yep, you've got to register. Same deal if you sell goods across state lines. And for all you online sellers on platforms like Amazon or Flipkart, it's mandatory for you too. And just so you know, even if you don't hit these numbers, you can still register voluntarily. It's actually a pretty smart move if you want to claim tax credits on your business expenses.
All right, so you've figured out you need to register. Here's the secret to making this fast and painless: preparation. Seriously, getting all your documents together before you even open the website is the single best thing you can do. Let's run through your document checklist. First up, you'll need your PAN card. Easy enough. Next, your Aadhaar card. And listen, this is a big one. Make sure it's linked to your current mobile number. You're going to need it for OTPs. For your business address, a recent electricity bill, or your rent agreement works perfectly. Then, for bank proof, just grab a canceled check or a scan of the first page of your passbook. And finally, have a digital passport-style photo ready to go in JPEG format. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this. This right here is the #1 reason applications get delayed. It's not some crazy legal thing, it's just blurry photos or mismatched details. So do yourself a favor. Double check that every document is crystal clear and that all the info matches up. Seriously, clarity is everything here. Okay, your documents are ready. You are set for the main event. The entire online registration process really just boils down to 4 simple, straightforward steps. Let's get into it. Step 1. You're going to head to the official GST portal and plug in some basic info to get what's called a temporary reference number, or TRN. Step 2. You'll use that TRN to log back in and fill out the main application. That's part B. Step 3. This is where that document kit you prepared comes in handy. You'll upload everything. And finally, step 4. You'll submit the whole thing with an OTP and boom, you'll get your application reference number, or ARN. So what are these letters, TRN and ARN? Just think of it this way. The TRN is like your key to the door. It lets you start the application and save your progress if you need to step away. The ARN, on the other hand, is your official receipt. It's the proof that you've successfully submitted everything to the department. Once you've got that ARN, you can actually relax a bit. Your part is done for now. The ball is officially in the government's court. So what exactly happens during this waiting period? Let's look at the timeline. This timeline lays it out perfectly. Day 1, you hit submit and get your ARN. Then, for about a week, a GST officer is looking over your application. Now, around day 8 is when you might get a query if they need a little more info. But if everything looks good, by day 15, you should have that GST certificate in your hands. See, it's a pretty predictable process once you know the steps. Now, let's talk about that query. If you do get one, it'll be in a form called REG03. Don't panic. It's usually something simple, like they need a clearer copy of a document. But, and this is important, you have to reply within 7 working days. This part is non-negotiable. If you're late, your application can, and probably will, get rejected flat out. So how do you make sure your application just sails through? Here are a few pro tips. First, always enable Aadhaar authentication. It's like a fast track for verification. Second, when you upload something like a rent agreement, just scan the important pages, not the whole 20-page document. Third, keep your phone and email handy and check them often. And finally, if you get a query, just drop everything and respond the same day. That's how you keep things moving. And last but not least, let's just do a quick check of the common traps people fall into. 1. Make sure the business address on your application is exactly the same as what's on your proof document.
2, the name on your bank account has to perfectly match your PAN card. 3, and I know I sound like a broken record, no blurry documents. And 4, please don't ignore those emails from the GST department. They're always important. And there you have it, a clear path to get through all the paperwork. If you follow these steps, you'll have your GST number in no time, and your business will be officially on the